Hello and welcome to another At Hell's Gate commentary video. This time around I'll be talking about the fourth track from the album, Oblivion. I can't thank everyone enough for the support you've all given the new album so far. It's absolutely crazy to me seeing how much love it's gotten over the past week or so. Oblivion is a track that actually means quite a lot to me, as I've wanted to write a proper instrumental for some time now, pretty much since I heard Miasma by Ghost from Prequel. It was just something about the vibe of that song and how Ghost were able to tell a story of sorts with no lyrics at all. And the reason I didn't write this track beforehand was because on the debut records, Amongst the Dead and Ghosts of the Past, I didn't quite feel musically up to it, but I really wanted to push my boundaries on this new album, and so I decided to give it a shot. The main inspiration behind the title and the bulk of the musical direction was really focused around my love for the Elder Scrolls series of video games, mainly Morrowind, Oblivion and Skyrim. And for those of you who don't know, you can also find mentions of an Underking in all of those games, which is where I got the band name from. The hours and hours that I spent in those games really did cement the continent of Tamriel as this fantasy world that could really stand up alongside the likes of Middle-earth and Narnia. With Bethesda making a fleshed out place that had centuries of believable history. These sorts of worlds have always inspired me to no end, and Tamriel was a place I wanted you guys to go when listening to the track Oblivion. So I started writing this gallopy, Cirith Ungol, Iron Maiden inspired riff that you can hear at the beginning of the song and throughout the rest of it as well, and that kind of set the scene for the music that followed. The track goes through multiple different phases over its runtime, and perhaps my favourite part of all is the orchestral section leading into the solo. With At Hell's Gate, I really wanted to expand on the instrumentation from my previous stuff, and I thought this was the perfect song to do it with. You might notice that the orchestral melody is also reprised later on in the album with The Nightmare Ends, which I added to create a more cohesive listening experience for the record as a whole. The solo section was a weird one to write as well, as the content I'd put underneath it was a little slower than I'd normally solo over, so that called for a more melodic approach than I'm used to, and I think it turned out to be one of the best on the album because of that. I think experimenting with those orchestral textures and taking inspiration from Jeremy Soule, the composer behind the Elder Scrolls games, really helped with making the kick into the solo really impactful as well, which is really cool. The Elder Scrolls universe is definitely a place that I'm considering coming back to for some future music, and it'd be great to see what you guys think I should write about surrounding it. So do let me know down in the comments or message me if you have any ideas. And I'm really glad that I got an instrumental out of my system, and I hope you guys enjoy it as much as I did writing and recording it. I just wanted to close out this video with a thank you to everyone who's listened to At Hell's Gate so far, and to all those who've picked up a hoodie or a shirt in the latest merch run. It really does all help a lot, and I'm really appreciative of that. There's still a lot of great things to come from Underking this year, with the main thing being that I'm currently attempting to put a live band together to try and get this show on the road. So do let me know what kind of songs you'd like to see in a possible Underking set list. But otherwise, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Cheers!